Hey guys, Scott with No Budget Homestead, and I thought I'd share some thoughts that I have about this real cold spell we had come through here last week, and kind of give you some of my thoughts and some of the things that I learned about being a beginning homesteader and dealing with the cold weather and chickens. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, one of the first things that I learned about this cold spell, where we got down to 15 degrees and the wind chill was a lot worse than that. I understand the wind chill got down to about 9. Is that chickens are incredibly robust creatures. The good Lord really made them to be very hardy critters, I tell you. I was amazed how well they did and everything, and they knew whether or not they wanted to come out of the coop and get involved with that snow or not. So it was really neat. So that's the first thing that I learned. Now let me go ahead and tell you what the second thing is that I learned. Alright, the second thing that I learned about the frigid cold this last week and chickens and everything, as a beginning homesteader, these heated bases do not work very good as a way to heat your coop. I bought this to heat up the water, the chicken water, so it wouldn't freeze. Well, it turns out that this only works with metal waterers, and if I put a plastic one on there, it could possibly melt, and we didn't want that. So I thought I'd go ahead and put it in the coop and kind of hang it in there and plug it in, because it comes on, as this says, when the temperature falls below 35 degrees, it comes on. Well, when it was 18 degrees outside, I went out to the coop to check this. I put my hand on it, and it was ice cold. So it doesn't say anything about pressure or anything. So yeah, I learned you can't use this to help give some radiant heat for your chickens. A lot of you probably knew that. I was trying to see if it worked. It did. Oh well. Now, the third thing that I learned. Let's go check it out. Alright, the third thing that I learned as a beginning homesteader with frigid cold and having chickens is you can never have too many extension cords, because they come in handy. They come in real handy. I mean really handy. I use these to use with the heated base that I mentioned earlier, to plug it into the house and run a cable out there so that the chickens could stay warm. Well, these cords work because I've used them all before, but the heated base did. So you can never have too many. I think I got enough to cover anywhere on this property. So you can never have too many of those. Alright, the fourth thing that I learned is you got to check their water constantly anytime the weather's below freezing, especially if it's in the teens, because something like this water here will freeze up pretty quick. And here not so much, because you got the more thermal mass, but right here it freezes up. And the other water that I have with the poultry nipples on there, those tubes will freeze up pretty quick. So that's the fourth thing that I learned. Alright, the fifth thing that I learned, as a beginning homesteader during the frigid cold, is I need to make sure I have the proper clothing. I didn't have any gloves, and the jackets I had would definitely absorb moisture if I got down in the snow and everything, or I was out in the snow, and it would just be absorbed into the jackets that I have. So I need to get some better clothing, and I'm not used to that. I was raised in Hawaii, as a lot of you know, and so even though I've been here for several years, I still haven't learned. But this year is going to be the year that I'm going to get some good stuff and get some good gloves. I don't have any winter gloves, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of those too. So that's the fifth thing, and that's the final thing that I can think of at the moment. So I'm sure some of you enjoyed this, especially you longtime homesteaders, especially you up in Michigan and Montana and Idaho and Alaska and heck, even Ohio and any place north of southern or central Alabama. Yeah, you guys know I'm learning. Sometimes it takes a while to get through this thick skull, but I'm getting it. So those are the things that I learned as a beginning homesteader, and how to deal with the frigid cold in chickens. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave comments down below if you want. Give us a thumbs up, we really appreciate it. Lets us know how we're doing and everything. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, click the bell so that you get notified next time we put out a video and everything, okay? Alright, well, y'all have a simply unbelievable day. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next video.